Welcome. You are finding yourself watching Unboxing Things. This is a show where we unbox fast growth, incredible e-com brands, and we find out what makes their e-com packaging tick. I'm Jessie Janae, your adventurer for today. We're gonna find out what's sitting on my doorstep for us to unbox. Whew, I'm excited. Today we have Black Wolf. Black Wolf, if you're not familiar, is shipping effective skincare for men. Really high quality stuff, and of course, directly to your doorstep. But let's try to dissect what we can see just from the outside. Something I want to draw attention to before we talk about the print or anything else is the form factor. So many e-com boxes are roughly like yay by yay. Kind of like boxy looking, right? And they have a normal box form factor. There's something really unique about going with a lower dimension, kind of a flatter style box. And you can tell already before we even open it that that might lead to a really cool presentation on the inside. But it's a decision to make about how you actually package your products, because products could be stacked up on top of each other. They could be laid out more flat. This is the decision that a brand actually makes. And then of course, another decision that gets made is, should we print on the outside of the box? Black Wolf has decided to print on the outside, and it's a one color print over craft. It's a beautiful deep black ink, really crisp printing. You've got the actual wolf graphic kind of wrapping around the box. Wrapping around box surfaces is also underutilized by brands because a box is printed flat and folded after. So it's really easy to print over what will be folds. They're also making use of each panel of the box for a little bit of branding. You've got Black Wolf here, you've got it on this panel, you've got it on that panel, and then of course on the back actually, and on this side, you actually have a call out to the URL, blackwolfnation.com. And then something really interesting but subtle here. The box is actually closed with a piece of reinforced gum paper tape, but the tape only goes to here. That is not an accident. The blackwolfnation.com URL is here and remains uncovered. It's a cool reminder that you actually don't need a huge piece of tape or a bunch of tape around a box to keep it closed. This box is super secure. They do not need additional tape to keep the box closed, and reinforced gum paper tape is plenty strong. Gummed paper tape is actually a type of tape that doesn't have an adhesive on it that is sticky. It has a starchy substance that is run through a dispenser with some water and actually activated. And you can stick it right on here. The reinforced, which you can see if you look closely, is actually the nylon or fiberglass strands embedded into the tape to give it a little bit more strength. Because this tape is reinforced, I will need to use scissors or a blade to open it. It keeps my product inside very secure. Also provides a nice kind of bit of tamper protection there because someone can't easily open it with their hands. And so let's do that. Let's open it here. I'm going to use my blade. Gonna cut open there. And let's see what we're working with on the inside. Ooh. All right. Okay, there's a lot of beautiful things happening here. I love the sophistication of the kind of monochromatic black, white, and craft. Black, white, and craft as a combo go together so swimmingly, look so classy, really adds a high-end feel. Again, this is skincare, but for men, and so I think there's an element here of like, this is not your drugstore stuff. It's really kind of subtle and really classy. When I look at the inside of the box, I can tell that both sides of the corrugate started out craft. But one side was printed with black more sparingly, and this other side was flood coat printed with black, leaving just small amounts of the craft exposed. What's interesting is that both sides started craft and were printed with black, just in a different way with a different amount of ink exposure. So the inside of the box has a lot more ink coverage, nearly total. But it leaves out and it reverses out one thing here for Black Wolf, and it also says, you are more than a pretty face, but damn, that face. What I love about the copy on this box, besides it being cheeky and really fun, is it speaks directly to the person opening the box. This is often a missed opportunity. Usually it's one person opening a box, and you have a chance to speak to them. The other thing that's immediately noticeable is the use of matte printing and matte kind of colors. And I mean matte as opposed to glossy. So glossy surfaces really have a different kind of tactile feel, and they have a different design language to them. Craft and boxes in general are naturally matte, so they have that working for them here. Then there's some collateral that is printed in matte with spot gloss to stand out. And then there's actually laminated pouches that are also matte. So there's quite a bit of matte going on here, and it really adds cohesion to the entire packaging suite. Let's talk about these collateral cards. This is actually a black surface printed with spot UV clear ink that actually makes it so you can really just read this if you look at an angle. The subtlety is really fun. Give us props or give us hell, your call. Again, kind of like a challenging nature to the copy, a bit cheeky, speaking directly to the person unboxing, really fun and consistent with the box itself. And so this is calling out, asking for feedback. And I think it's really brilliant for a brand to ask so directly for feedback. A lot of brands would be scared to do that. They're not wanting to hear bad information. Black Wolf is like, good, bad, whatever you've got, come at us. And I think, again, that kind of speaks to the like enterprising spirit, the fun, adventurous nature of this brand. And then this card is more about product usage. With great power comes great responsibility. Again, cheeky and fun. And it says, you've armed yourself with the power to achieve healthier, smoother skin, but to get the best results, here are a few simple guidelines. And there's a 1, 2, 3 step about how to use the product, how often, things about suggestions on how to use it. And then there's actually the URL and social sharing information as well. This is a great way of actually bringing the customer into the experience of what the expectations are and how to use the product. This can be overlooked. When you ship a product to someone, they use it however they think they should. They don't often come back to the website for instruction. So it's really great to actually give people some guidelines right out the gate. Both of these collateral cards match each other perfectly. The print quality is excellent. The matte black, again, kind of speaks directly to the design language of the box and also the laminated pouch. These are paper-based, so these items could be recycled alongside the box. And then, of course, you've got your product, which is coming in 2 laminated pouches here. This is known as flexible packaging, kind of because it's flexible. That's part of the reason. This type of packaging is used a lot in the food industry, actually, and has migrated over into items like personal care, underwear, other product categories, which are really fun. And Black Wolf is utilizing it to actually hold their actual products in there. And it creates a much cleaner experience when you're opening the box because there isn't a bunch of stuff rattling around. The other great thing about using a laminated pouch in this way is that Black Wolf didn't have to include other void fill. Void fill is stuff like packing peanuts, craft paper, Xiaomi paper. There's a bunch of different kind of papers you can use to wrap, like tissue, etc. All of that is unnecessary because the bag is holding the products just enough in place where they don't rattle against each other. They're not floating loose and kind of random. But that creates efficiency in shipping because they didn't have to use another material just to kind of hold things in place. And this bag itself is actually something that could be reused. So it's not a single-use item. It has a zipper, and so you can open it, close it, open it, close it, to your heart's content. You could use this for storage in your bathroom when you're traveling with this product. It's not something that you need to throw away or get rid of in any near-term way. And these pouches stand on their own. This is kind of unique, right, for e-com packaging. You don't need something that stands on its own, so most e-com packaging doesn't, but effectively this creates a really nice experience. Like if I'm gonna go store this in a cabinet in my bathroom, I can just pick it up and store it. It looks beautiful. On the back of both of these packages, there's actually information about usage. Again, those suggestions on how to use the product and how often. And on the front, there's the logo mark. One pouch is white, one pouch is black, creates really nice contrast in the inside of the box. This pouch does have a metallized interior. This is actually great for product protection as well. The metallized interior provides some thermal properties, so when shipping through very cold or very hot climates, and it also actually provides some light protecting properties. You probably don't need that when it's in the box, but if you were to set this in your car for a while or something else, it's possible the pouch actually does a nice job protecting the product. And then I can unload my product here. And I've got a little bit of product information with actual product ingredients. This is the oily skin bundle. And so it gives me information about what is actually in the product. And of course, I've got the product itself. Information on how to use, simple kind of graphics on the actual tubes. Really beautiful, again, kind of matching the black pouch. This card also can be recycled alongside the other paper products that came with the packaging. And then here, you'll see I've got this bundle. On this card, this is the dry skin bundle. So oily skin bundle, dry skin bundle, again, information with product ingredients. There's also contact information and usage information about how to use the product on the product itself, which is really convenient. All of the graphic design really flows together seamlessly. I think Black Wolf is using color really effectively. And what's funny about me saying that is there's actually barely any color on here, but the colors of black, white, and craft, that kind of simple palette is used in such a stark way as to really communicate what product is what and exactly what I'm supposed to do with them. I think it's time to roll in the recap. I'm a pretty big fan of Black Wolf's packaging, but what exactly makes it stand out from other unboxing experiences? Well, let's get into it. For starters, it's direct. There's a lot of you language in the copy, a lot of the brand actual kind of personality showing through by the way that they speak to me. That direct language isn't very common on packaging, and I think it really speaks to how the brand wants to communicate to the customer. Next, it's high contrast. I mean this quite literally. That craft white and black combo is a really beautiful color palette, but black and white is as high contrast as you can get. And they're really using these colors effectively and cleanly to create cohesion in the color. And third, it's high fidelity. This is a high compliment for me because the print quality is excellent. From the flexible package here to the box, to the printed collateral, to remember the spot UV over the matte paper, all of the printing is really crisp and looks really beautiful. And that's a really great experience when you're unboxing. This has been Black Wolf Unboxed.